Okay, thanks so much for coming, everyone. We are so excited to have you here today at Avalaunch Google Day. Can I get a raise of hands? How many people have been to an Avalaunch Google Day before? Okay, yeah, so quite a few of you. Raise your hands if it's your first time. Nice, well, welcome for the first time. I'm Nicole, I'm our VP of Content Marketing, and today we have a lot of great speakers lined up. Raise your hand if you saw the video that we sent out about 10 ways to greet someone. Okay, not very many of you, so this is perfect. We're gonna show you right now. So one of our senior animators created this video about a week ago, and we posted it all over socials, and basically it goes through 10 different ways to greet someone instead of shaking hands, because we're gonna avoid the handshake today. You'll get in trouble if I see you. I'm just kidding, no. But no, already everyone's been really cognizant, so thank you for that. So here's a fun little little video, and then I'm gonna have a couple volunteers come up and act out a few scenarios. Okay, awesome. Do I have any volunteers? I just need 2 to come up and act out 3 of their favorite handshake alternatives. Okay, George, anyone else? Kyle, okay, come on up. Oh, we have another volunteer? Yeah, you can come up too. Okay. You can do the dance competition later. I'll save you for that. Okay. Chest bump? Okay, no, I'm just kidding. That's too much contact as well. Okay, let's see the foot.
You gotta like stop. Okay, I'm coming in for a handshake.
Nice, okay, that's how it's done. Maybe a little more gentle for the rest of you. Okay, the bro nod. Okay, namaste, last one. Nice. Oh yeah, the wink is good. Okay, awesome. Thanks, you guys. Okay, so to find that video later, we sent out an email with the link. You can also find it on Avalaunch socials. So YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. So yeah, feel free to share that with employees or other vendors that you work with. Okay, so a couple announcements that we have. First of all, throughout the day, in between speakers, I'm going to be asking some quiz questions, and we do have prizes in Starbucks gift cards. So make sure you pay attention, and I'll probably ask 2 or 3 after each speaker. And then also how many of you looked at the tiled app link that we sent out that has the agenda? Super cool. It has everything on there that you could ever want about the conference. We have a little section on there that says sponsors. And in that section, there's a little link that says you can leave us a clutch review. So if you click on that and you give us a clutch review anytime today, we're going to go through on Monday and put everyone's name in a hat. And then we're going to draw a winner. And that person gets 8 hours of design time from Avalaunch Media to use as you choose. So that could be a small infographic, an animated logo, some social posts. You can use it however you want. So that's a pretty sweet prize. So yeah, please leave us a clutch review, and then we will email the winner on Monday. I think that's all of the items of business that I have. So our very first speaker is our very own, one of our founders, David MInk. And then after that, I'll introduce our next speaker. So Dave, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, well, we're really excited to be here. This is actually our 6th edition of the Avalaunch Google Day. First time at Sundance, which is one of my favorite places on earth. It's fun to be here in the Wasatch Mountains. We have 2 schedule changes that I wanted to make everybody aware of. First of all, our Google Premier teammates were grounded last minute, so they were not able to make the event. So Puneet Diman was going to be speaking to you today. He's one of our Google Premier reps. Puneet has been replaced by the SEO cowboy, Bo Graves. I don't know where Bo's at. So if you see a handsome guy in a cowboy hat, know he's pinch hitting last minute, and I'm sure he'll do an amazing job. Bo's our VP of strategy at Avalaunch and is one of the smartest guys I know. So looking forward to hearing from Bo. The other change is Susan, the founder of Freshly Picked, also was not able to make it last minute. Adam Reeder, who was here last night? So if you were here last night, you met Adam Reeder. He is just an interview extraordinaire, does some of the most insightful, kind of in-depth interviews that I've ever heard. Adam did such a phenomenal job at a past Google Day. We asked him to come back. He was going to interview Susan on really the creation of her business and that founding story. You're going to get to hear from myself and my partners as a substitute for Susan. So Adam will be interviewing us on kind of our story, which I think will be interesting. I'm biased, but hopefully you guys enjoy that. So those are the 2 schedule changes. Other than that, everything is proceeding as planned. Little more volume. Thank you. So let's start just with thank yous. Today can't happen without our great sponsors and partners. So I'll start with Google. Avalaunch was invited to be a Google Premier Partner 4 years ago. That partnership has just launched our company in so many different ways. They support us in a world-class manner. One of the unique opportunities they give us is to put on these events twice a year. And so, as I said, this is our 6th. We typically will do one here in Utah in our backyard, and then do one in their backyard in San Francisco. We also are very privileged to work with Tiled. Many of you who were here last night learned a little bit about them, but they're just a killer micro app technology that allows you to create interactive content without the use of programmers, which saves a lot of time and money. Did you get a massage from Incorporate Massage yesterday? So yeah, those guys are fantastic. We have Incorporate Massage into our office twice a month. We've just met some phenomenal people through that partnership. Banner Snack is a really killer tool that our paid media team uses to create visuals. And San Diablo Churros, easily the best churros on earth. If you had one of those last night, I think you'll be back. So on top of that, we have a number of killer brands that have allowed their teammates to come speak with us today. So big shout out to my alma mater, Brigham Young University, Qualtrics, Freshly Picked. I'll still give her a shout out even though she wasn't able to make it. She's a great friend and looked to help us out. Professor of Rock, the Worthful Podcast, Narda, who you guys are going to be able to meet today, world-class musician. Trend Candy, of course, Sundance, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody there. But really appreciate our sponsors, partners, and of course the speakers. Biggest shout out for me goes to my teammates. If you guys see Heather or Craig Farmer Julia Olson, Bo Graves, Nicole Jensen, Mitch Lunsford. All of these individuals on our team have put a lot of time into today's event. Just to give you guys an idea, it takes about 500 hours to put these events together. And those hours are crunch time hours because we usually do that, I'd say, in the course of about 6 weeks. So people are kind of flying fast and furious. So big shout out to the team. And then Dara and Puneet are our Google Premier partners who weren't able to be here today, but they've done a tremendous amount as well. So as I thought about what I wanted to open today's conference with, you guys, knowing that we put 500 hours into these things, the question is, why would we do that? It's a free conference. We don't charge anything. So it's not a big money-making opportunity to speak. And as I thought about that, I guess I'll also tell you, I personally get very involved, probably to the aggravation of some of my teammates. I jump into the details of these events. They mean a lot to me. And the reason that we do that is we truly believe that we can provide a distinct value to each one of you in attending an Avalaunch event. Number one, we think we're going to be able to help you to accomplish your work goals. Truly, you will learn things about digital marketing today that will send you back to whatever you're doing, better equipped to tackle those challenges. Second of all, and this is the thing I hope people find different about an Avalaunch digital marketing conference versus some of the others that are available to you, is we actually want to help you with your life goals as well. It's really important to us to choose speakers who have a mission to inspire. We've had the privilege of hearing from the Iron Cowboy, Del Murphy. Today you're going to have a chance to hear from Adam and Narda. And you will find things about their stories that will inspire you and help you to overcome your own challenges. On top of that, we have a lot of fun. We like to do these as a 2-day event, go skiing on the first day, mix it up with yoga, massage, things of that nature. And that isn't always a part of a conference. And the reason that's so important to us is our philosophy for creating value for you all is we have one rule of thumb. That rule of thumb is everything we do to plan these events, we ask ourselves, does this tie into Avalaunch's company culture? If we feel like it embodies our company culture, we put it on the list. And that's literally our guiding principle. And that's what I wanted to speak with you for just a minute about today is why does the culture of your digital marketing agency matter? I think once you hear this formula, it's pretty apparent. Number one, the stronger the word culture, the higher the quality of team. And at the end of the day, as my partner Jason Colum once put, we literally sell our people. This is a service-based business. In order to deliver outstanding results, you have to have outstanding people. So how do you get outstanding people to want to join your company? And it comes down to the culture that your company has. Once you get them in the door, how do you get them to stay? Again, it comes down to culture. So we just feel like the culture creates the environment, and the environment creates the work or the results of the work. Simply put, culture equals results. So I will spend just a few minutes before we turn it over to our wonderful speakers telling you about some of the very specific Avalaunch cultures that I think you can find in today's event, and especially if you were here yesterday. But I'm going to start by telling you 10 years ago when we were, well, actually it wasn't exactly 10 years ago. We had less than 10 employees. I can't remember how many years ago. It may have been 7 or 8 years ago. But we headed up the mountains, similar to where we are today, to go to Jason's family cabin up Big Cottonwood Canyon. And we were this little budding company. We were just getting enough people to start actually giving ourselves titles, to start thinking about how do you take care of people beyond yourself. And we went up to brainstorm what should our company purpose be and our company values. And as we thought through our goals, we came up with this company vision statement, which was to launch the best brands on earth. It was really important to us. We all had a consulting background, and we had worked with primarily kind of young entrepreneurs. And so we had learned a tremendous amount, but we had worked in what I'd call kind of the minor leagues. And it was incredibly important to us to provide enough value in our work to sort of graduate to the major leagues. And that was our guiding principle. And to date, we've been able to work for companies like Red Bull, GoPro, Samsung, Microsoft, literally dozens and dozens of household names. And in my opinion, it was that company vision statement that was kind of our guiding light to get there. We knew at that time company culture would be important, but we had no idea how important it would be. And as we've matured and grown over the years, we now have 55 employees. Company culture is in our face every day. And we realized at the end of last year that it was probably time to update our mission statement. So we went from what you just saw to launch people, launch brands. And that's our philosophy, that if we can launch our own employees, the people that we work with, as a result, they will launch you. And I think as you have an opportunity to meet our staff today and think about this event that they put together, you're going to have a lot of confidence in their abilities. So let's talk about creating believers. This is one of our company values that is probably one of our hallmarks. If you've been to our office, you've seen a lot of Yetis. Who's seen the Avalaunch Yeti associated? Any ideas as why we chose a Yeti? Well, the number one, it's a myth to a lot of people, right? People don't know if Yetis are out there. So we kind of joke with that, and we think there's a lot of people who look at digital marketing as a myth, or maybe more specifically, the ability to choose a marketing agency that will actually help them get their goals accomplished. And we have a guiding principle that in every single interaction, whether it's an email, a phone call, a meeting, the work we deliver, we're looking to create believers. And it's the results that matter. And I think that as you look at this event and the speakers you'll hear from today, that I think that you'll have some belief created. The second thing is digital marketing is a team sport. We are an integrated digital marketing agency. We actually we're one of the few agencies in Utah that provides web design and development, search engine optimization, paid media, social media, marketing automation. That's a tough thing to pull off. Those are a lot of specialties, and in order to make that work happen, we have to be able to trust our teammates, and you need to be able to trust us. If you consider a landing page as an example, to simply produce one landing page, you have to have a killer copywriter, designer, somebody who understands conversion rate optimization, somebody who understands paid media and the traffic that will be coming to that landing page, as well as the ability to communicate with you, have your visions and ideas brought into that landing page, all without losing track. Projecting positivity is probably my personal favorite. I'm a big believer in the power that lies therein. To be frank with you, we're sitting here on a very strange day. It took a lot of positive thought to say, you know what, let's continue with what we started. And so we're hallmarks of positivity at Avalaunch, and we hope that our interactions with you, that you feel that. Finally, we believe in enjoying the ride. And that goes back to the day we planned yesterday. The reason that we bring in all of those fun activities and an opportunity for you to relax, smile, and enjoy is work's not worth doing if you can't have a good time while you're at it. And so with that, I'm really excited to turn it over to our speakers. Christine we had a moment of serendipity, her and I. She had come in to consult Avalaunch on a podcast that we were looking to create, and literally within about 5 minutes, I was so blown away by kind of her contagious spirit and the expertise that she had that I just looked at her and said, hey, we're having a Google Day event in a few weeks. Are you interested in speaking? And before she could even learn what that was all about, she's like, I'm in. I love it. Let's do it. So anyway, Christine, she will be powerful, and looking forward to hearing from you.